Howdy, Awesome Patty here, and I've got a Dollar Tree haul for you all, so come on along. The very first thing I got was this Farm Fresh Christmas Trees Red Truck mat for my workspace. I love this motif. Give me a little bit of a holiday feel while I'm working on my journals. The next thing I bought were these just sprays of poinsettias. I got the smaller sparkly red one. I do have a smaller white one I bought the other day. And these medium-sized white ones. Now this one has a little pine cone with it. And it has a sparkly center. And some larger white poinsettias with sparkly centers and some of the edges. These are flocked. Very soft to the touch. And then I got the red ones with the red sparkly centers. Now I'll spread these out a little bit. Arrange them nicely and stick them in the vase and go DIY done. You know that's my favorite DIY. Well, I have two favorite DIYs. The first favorite one is to make piles of rocks. And the second one is just to stick some flowers into a vase like that. Then I got these tags. Very sparkly. There's 18 pieces. Mary, Joy, Peace, and Hope. And I thought these would be really nice to go into my Christmas journals. And I got 4 of these vinyl paper. I got the buffalo check. I got the black and white sort of farmhouse look. Well, both of them actually. I got the pink sparkly and the silver sparkly. Now, I've read a lot of reviews on these. And for people using them who don't have the electric Cricut cutter, I just have the Big Shot machine. And I'm not really sure how these are going to work. So I've gotten a couple of tips off of a couple of different people, and what I'm going to do right now is just run a few of these through my Big Shot, and I'll come right back and give you my review on them. Well, I succeeded in making a very big mess. Here's what I did. I took some very simple dies, first some tags. These are my BB Craft tag dies, and I took 4 different ones and cut out a bunch of tags, and they seem to come out just fine. I did a few with a piece of cardstock underneath and a few without, and they seem to work fine both ways. Now these are very simple. And the vinyl didn't stretch, and they came out just fine. So this vinyl seems to work fine for something very simple. So then, now I got all these scraps, but I guess I can save these for little borders. I don't know. Black and white borders. So then I got out these flower dies. These are Sizzix. Okay, something like that. Kind of a layered up flower. And again, I put the vinyl and then the cardstock, and I put the flower. And that seemed to work fine. And then I put the cardstock and then the vinyl underneath. And that seemed to work fine. It didn't seem to matter which way I put, or what order I put them in. And now I have some fun farm flowers. Or I guess wintertime too. These could be winter colors, right? With the buffalo check and the black and white farmhouse look. And that might be fun in a journal or on a project. So I decided to go for something a little more intricate. And this is what happens if you get the vinyl too close to the edge. It gets caught in there. And I got one perfect butterfly. Don't ask me how, because I could not repeat this. And I tried both ways with the cardstock on top, the cardstock on bottom, and basically this one's stuck on here. You know, this is what I wound up with, because the little piece that holds the stickiness came off, and so it got all mangled up. So that's going in the trash. I made some sparkly flowers. And then I tried, oh, and when the cardstock was on the bottom, some of them didn't even cut all the way through. So those are no good. Get rid of that, get rid of that. These are fine. I don't know how I did that. This is just the vinyl, the backing, I think. Yeah, this is the backing of one butterfly. And this is a cardstock one that didn't really cut all the way through. And so then I went to something even more intricate, like a border or a bag topper, whatever you want to call this. And that's what that looks like in pink, like that. And I did this both ways. First I put the vinyl on the bottom and the cardstock on the top, and the cardstock cut fine and the vinyl did not cut. This is the backing, this is the sticky part, and it's not that sticky really. But as you can see, I got nothing. I barely can see the lines of where it should have been cutting. It's just like, ugh. A complete disaster, I would say. There's the little butterfly, should be over here. And it looks like it cut the backing of it, but not the glitter stuff. So I got a backing butterfly. So this is just a mess. I'll probably trim this and save this pink border for something. So then I did switch it around the other way and put the vinyl on the top. And it did cut. I'm not done poking out all the little pieces, but to me it looks like they will come out. You have to be careful though. It worked, or almost worked, because it looks like even these little tiny holes have poked through. And you gotta be careful when you pull them off the back, because the vinyl does stretch. I mean, I think this is really pretty, and it doesn't come off like a glitter, like some of the glitter papers. So there's no glitter mess. So I think if you're just doing a simple die cut, that would be fine. But again, I think you're going to have to add some extra glue to the back, because it doesn't feel very sticky at all. So I'm not really sure about this. I'm going to try some of these vinyls in my journals, maybe as borders or something, and see if I like it that way. But as far as die cutting, I really don't see any advantage to this. Now this is just with my Big Shot. This is not with Cricut or anything. And this is just to make some simple things for my journals, not any fancy kind of projects like you do with a Cricut. You know, like if you're going to make signs to put on mugs and things like that. So I made a bird. This bird is very simple. So I will use what I bought, but will I buy any more of this? Probably not. There we go. I cleaned up a little bit. And I just want to thank you for sticking around and watching me play with my vinyl. I'm still a little iffy on the vinyl. I love pretty papers. I love the feel of fabric. I love combining paper and fabrics together. But I'm not so sure about the plasticky vinyl feel. I don't know. Just haven't gotten into it yet. I'm going to play around with it some more. I might change my mind in the future. But it just doesn't have the appeal to me as paper and fabric. So thanks for coming along today. Happy retail therapy. Bye-bye.